Hi guys, so my name is Jorella and I am known in the plant community as Life with Plants PH. So thank you so much Green Hobby for reaching out to me so that you can feature me on your page. So as mentioned, my name is Jorella. You can call me Jor for short. I am part of the HR workforce of a very big FMCG company in the Philippines and in the world. Sadly, I cannot disclose it, but I think most of my friends know where I work. So anyway, apart from that, I am also a very active animal rights advocate. So I do have sponsorships with different animal groups, and it's not just limited to dogs, cats. This applies to all kinds of animals as long as they're voiceless. It's my lifelong mission to actually help as much animals as I can in this lifetime. So I'm actually wearing I just want to show you the shirt that I'm wearing. So this is from I got this shirt from Laguna Pitbulls. So there's this group that's helping out all the pit bulls, and you can actually donate to help them with the expenses to keep the rescue dogs happy, and to find good homes for them. And this is really one of my favorite shirts because I get to help not just the dogs but also the people who are actually very compassionate to animals. So okay. Actually, I recall maybe around March last year, a good friend of mine there, so hi there, she gave me an air plant as a gift, and it was the first time that I actually made anything flower, so it was really fun for me. And then she also gave me a cactus, so I really did get obsessed with the cactus and the air plant that she gave me. So ever since, I just really wanted to get my hands on more plants. So later on, we're going to talk about my very first plant obsession. Credits to my good friend Eris, or Plant Trippy on Instagram, for helping me cut my first pink princess. That mother plant is still alive up to this day. It's actually a very special plant because I got it from Plant Mom. And actually, I was so scared to cut it because I haven't really tried propagating any plant before I started the PPP propagation. So it really is nice to have good friends that can help you with, to give you tips on how you can, start cutting your plants or how to best care for them. So Eris did actually just that. He sent me a picture, so I sent him up a picture of my pink princess, where do I cut, and then he sent me back the picture with like lines of where I should cut the pink princess. So it was actually very successful. The first princess that I did propagate was successful. It rooted in water for like maybe 2 to 3 weeks, and then I was just blown away after that. I started cutting my pink princesses, and then it's fun to really make more plants, and also it really enables or you kind of expect your plant to put out more pink once you cut them. This actually happens. And as far as my pink princesses, they actually don't just put out pink leaves, they also put out white leaves, which is really fun. I'm in my room right now, so most of my plants are outside. I don't actually grow plants indoors, so maybe I just have maybe 3 that are in my room. So I have a philodendron Billy and a ponytail palm, okay? But everything else is outside. So I did bring with me like a bunch of small specimens that I still can't show you. And of course, we're gonna start off with the very first obvious plant. Here, not sure if you guys can see it, but this is a very tiny philodendron pink princess. So you can see it's not focusing, but yeah, this is the pink leaf right here. And then there are speckles of it here and here. There. So this is the pink princess. This was actually one of my first favorite plants. You can't see the pink because the lighting is really bad in my room. It's too bright, I don't know. But this is a pink leaf. It's a solid pink leaf. This is a solid pink leaf that's, well, dying off because it's quite old. So I have this in moss because this was actually suffering from root rot, and I was just, just trying my magic on trying to grow it in moss. This is the first moss pop, actually. And then other one, this next one it's really obvious. This is a philodendron verrucosum. It's a cutting that I just recently put in moss in a mix of perlite. So the philodendron verrucosum is actually my #1 favorite plant. I have a really big one outside, but I can't bring it here because it's not really doing that well. It's not really happy when it's super hot, but this is one of the cuttings that I have in a jar. And I just love how the philodendron verrucosum looks. It's so velvety, and like the back part is super red. I love it so much. And it's actually, it has a new growth point right here. So I just cut it maybe a week ago. I can't remember. But yeah, this is my number one favorite plant. Yes, I like this more than the pink princess. The pink princess got dethroned and I got obsessed with the verrucosum. Okay. And here I have another one right here. Okay, so this is a long-haired old man cactus, and the scientific name is actually Cephalocereus senilis. This was actually one of the 2 plants that I was super obsessed with when I was starting. So I have a bunch of old man cacti outside, and this is my long-haired one. This is actually my second long-haired one because the first one died, and I was devastated because I didn't know that it was dead. Like, because it was so fluffy, I didn't know it was dead until I actually poked it. It was kind of soft. So yeah, so this one is it's a gift, and you can see how amazing the hair is, right? So it looks like Cousin It. It's so cute. I think most of you would agree that this plant is really fun. I mean, I never thought there was ever a cactus that had hair, like, until I got into the plantita life. So yeah, it's fun. It's a cute one. And then the next one, this is the Anthurium forgetii. So this is actually my very first Anthurium forgetii. This is my favorite Anthurium, and it was actually this particular specimen that I have here with me, because I have 3. This is the very first one that I have, and it's really special because I got this on the day that I got it on the memorial service day of my rescue dog that passed away last year. So I'm not sure if you guys know, but her name is Hope, and I've been wanting this particular Anthurium for the longest time, but every single time I asked the owner of the nursery if he had any available, he would always tell me there was none, until the day that I went to Pet Valley to attend the service. And right after, I headed to the nursery, and the owner messaged me to tell me that there was actually one tiny forgetii available. And I only think he sold it to me because I was sad. I don't know. It was a really small specimen. Actually, this is the biggest leaf right here. So when I got it, it had this leaf right here. It's kind of old, so it's really small. So you can see how big the difference is between the old leaf and the new leaf. And actually, we have 2 tiny growths here. So this is a small leaf that's still growing, and we have another one right here. Not sure if you can see it. Yeah. So this particular plant is not just my favorite Anthurium, but this is my most priceless plant because, of course, it has a sentimental value, and it's because of Hope. The name of this plant is actually Hope. This will always remind me of her. So it's an imperfect, very imperfect Anthurium. You can see that it's a bit, mangled, but it's a fast grower, and I love it so much. And then the last one is actually my favorite also, but it's not here with me, it's outside. It's the philodendron billy variegata. So I actually have a cutting right here that I just want to show you. So this is a philodendron billy. I have a variegated version, like half is yellow, half is like speckled green and yellow. So that is really one of my top 5 favorite plants. It's actually my #1 wish list plant last year, and then I got it. So it was replaced by the Anthurium pultigarum, but now it's still my top 5 favorite plant. If I'm being honest, I really don't know. I tried to make an inventory in the past, but I kind of lost track after that. But I'm guessing it's between 150 to 200 plants. So that's also including my cacti and my propagation. So I think maybe around 150 to 200. I'm not sure, but the estimate is in between those 2 numbers. I don't really know what you guys want to hear from me or what kind of tip you need, but if there's one thing I learned It's really important that before you get a plant, or especially some, if you get a wish list plant that's really expensive and they're really rare, they're hard to find, you will normally find them in just, anywhere, and you decide to spend that much on a plant, or even if it's not expensive, it's just, a wish list plant or a plant that you love. I would suggest that you do your research prior to getting that plant, because, I've killed a couple of plants in the past. And it's really important that you consider if you can give the plant the living conditions that it needs. If you really love your plants, it's important that you also consider if you can keep them alive or not. Because, it's your money to spend, and you can always get another plant, whether it be rare or not. But if you love plants, you would be concerned about, if they're going to last long, if they're going to live long. And we all make that mistake, especially when we're starting, that we go out, buy that plant, even if we can't really give it the living condition that it actually needs to thrive and be happy. So, research before doing, your shopping, and, research still along the way. Maybe you can ask your plant friends to actually give you important tips. If they own that particular plant, then it's better if you can reach out to them and maybe, ask for tips, how to keep those particular plants happy, because at the end of the day, it's money wasted, and of course the effort as well. And you wouldn't really want to kill something that you like, right? So if it's a wish list plant, it's important to do your research prior to getting one. And I'm sure that most of your wish list plants are rare, so do your best to keep it alive. And it will really help if you do your research prior to buying that particular plant. I have a lot. I actually did not make a list of it here. I'm going to share with you guys what I really want. The others, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm probably going to go on the ones that are easier to pronounce. So most of my wish list plants are actually either philodendrons or not varicosum. Philodendrons or anthuriums. Okay, so the number one wish list plant that I have right now is the Anthurium luxurians, which I will be getting this year, but because of the ECQ, I still don't have my hands on one. But it's one of my top wish list plants, the luxurians, and I also want to get my hands on an Anthurium forgetii silver. So it's similar to this one, but as you can see, the veining of this one is really thin and it's green. So the other Anthurium form is actually one that resembles the crystallinum. It has thicker veins that are silver. So I really want that plant. And there's this other Anthurium that I like. It's the Anthurium erysimyoides. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it looks like a Moonenia, just more compact. I haven't really seen any of that in any of the collections here in the Philippines, and I wish to find one soon. Okay, and another wish list plant is actually, it's not singular, so I really want to get my hands on the different forms of the philodendron varicosum. So that's basically just one of my top wish list plants as of the moment. The others I already have them, like the Billy variegata, the varicosum right here. So I have a really big one and I love it so much. And yeah, just those anthuriums and all the forms of the varicosum. Okay, this caught me off guard. I don't exactly have a fertilizing style because I suck at fertilizing. I actually killed a ponytail palm because I fertilized it. But recently, I actually ordered Osmocote from Agrify, and I just followed the instructions. I just put it, I know when my plant is hungry. Like, I can see it when it puts out a leaf and it's like mangled, or like it has holes in it, or like wrinkly, I don't know. And it's growing season. So really, it's important to fertilize your plants when it's growing season. And that's now, because it's summer. So that's the only thing or the tip that I can give you about fertilizing, because I'm not really good at it. It's really helped me, if I'm being honest right now, it's really helped me with my mental health. I haven't been I'm very impatient, and I've learned patience because of plants, or particularly orchids, because it's really hard to make them bloom. So you really have to wait. Even when you have the buds, it takes a while for them to open up. So the benefit is actually learning patience, and it really helps your mental health. And of course, it's really fun. You're happy. You have something to look forward to every day because you check on them every morning or evening when you get home from work, or like in the morning you just check if you have new leaves, new buds, new flowers, and you see spiders or like cute frogs. It just really makes me happy. Gardening is something that really relaxes me. It's not just fun, but it relaxes you, and you get really good benefits out of it, like meeting other people, gaining new friends, building a lifelong friendship with these plant people. It's fun. And it's actually not just limited to the plant people here in the Philippines, but I do have friends from like other countries because of Instagram and sharing tips online. It's fun. I never actually thought that it would get to this point, because normally I get obsessed with something and then I get sick of it after a while. But with plants, it's been more than a year, and I think this will go on until I'm like wrinkly and old. It's something that I love. I probably love it as much as I love helping animals. So the fact in itself that I said that it's something I love as much as helping animals, it really is something to me. Plants keep me sane, and I think for most of the people in the community, I think they would say the same thing. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this really short interview with me, and I hope to, if you do have questions, you feel free to reach out to me. So follow me at lifewithplantsph. Thank you so much.